it's Betsy from Cuttin Corners Vinyl in Nederland, Texas, and today we have a fun video. Now, before we jump into designing a graduation cap, I wanted to let y'all know the weekly wow sale for this week is 15% off of your entire purchase, which ends on, let me look at the date, on May the 30th at 12 a.m. Central Standard Time, so midnight. But I ordered this graduation cap off of Amazon, and we're at the end of the year. A lot of people want to decorate their graduation cap, so I figured I would show you the whole process of being able to lay it out so you can align your text and things correctly. So one thing I do want to note is you do need to know what the core of your graduation cap is made out of if you're planning on using HTV. Now, when you go to order it, a lot of times it doesn't tell you, so you've got to touch it, you've got to feel it to find out. So on the inside of this seam, I can feel that there is actual cardboard in here, and I can feel it from this way as well. So, and then when you look at your inside of your graduation cap, you will see where it says this side is the front of cap. So whenever you turn this around, this being the front, you want your text, if you're placing text, to start from this edge down. You want to diagonal it. You don't want to make it flat. You want to diagonal it. So part of the thing is knowing the size of your cap. So where you have just a regular standard 12-inch ruler, so edge to edge, that is about 9.5 inches wide. Then I want to take and measure where the button is. So as you can see, the button is pretty much right in the center, and the button is about 1/2 inch in diameter. So if you'll give me a moment to change the camera angle so we can do the screen capture, we'll go over how to lay this out in Cricut Design Space. Now, again, you don't have to use Cricut Design Space. A lot of the tools and things like that and the information that I'm giving you will translate to other programs. So give me a minute and we'll go over how to make this. Cricut Design Space. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go over here to my Shapes tool, and I'm going to click on this square if it wants to load. Cricut Design Space is running a little slow right now. Okay, so there we go. So I want to change the size of this image to 9.5 by 9.5. Okay, so now I want to rotate that to be on the diagonal. Let's zoom out just a little bit so we can see more of what we're doing. There we go. And let's adjust our diagonal. I want it to be pretty well perfect. Okay, so there we go. So that's what it looks like. Now I'm going to take and I'm going to grab the circle. There we go. And as I said, that was about 1/2 inch. Let me double check because I have my, yes. So that is going to be 1/2 inch wide. So 0.5. There we go. Let's change the color of that just so we can see it. And I'm going to take and select both the dot and the square. Okay, and then I'm going to go up to align, and I want to align center. There we go. So that is the basic layout of our graduation cap. Now I did pull some Glitter Flex Ultra in Vegas Gold. Again, our school colors are that. So one of the things I do want to go ahead and do is I want to slice that image, and I'm going to delete both of those portions because that just tells me where the hole is. So now I'm going to go to text. So I'm going to type out let's change our color for our text. Go back to our text menu. best is yet, or not ye, to come. Okay, so that's kind of what I'm wanting it to look like. We're going to play around with everything. So now I want to change the alignment to center so we can kind of see what we're working with right now. Now I do think I want a different font. So let's see. These are Cricut fonts. That's what I'm going to use. I haven't I'm using a new machine, so I haven't taken and let's try, there we go. We'll try Peach Cakes. So let's choose that and change it to, let's see, where's Peach Cakes. Okay. She's cute. What do we think? I think she's not bad. Okay. Now we want to play with the size of the design. Because here's the thing. We do want to make sure that this is centered onto the cap. And you can always add other shapes and things later. So what I want to do is select everything. And we're going to go ahead and align centers. Okay, so see how that's kind of off, but that's okay. So let's just select everything again, because the biggest part of this is making sure everything lines up the way that you want it to, if that makes sense. Let's align our centers again. Okay, so as you can see, that feels a little low to me. So I'm going to select the text and we're going to move it up. Now I like that, but I don't like the is yet hitting that right on the dot. So I'm going to click on that and we're going to add some space in between. There we go. You see what I'm saying? How that made it a little bit better. And then for the word best, I think I want to select that. Nope, that's selected at all. Okay, let's undo that. I mean, it's still not bad. Okay. There we go. Okay, again, let's change the color of this. I don't know why it wants to keep changing it to something that I want to be able to see this. Okay, so we like how that looks. And again, you can play with this in any font that you want to. Let's see if there's another font that we like better. Okay. What about, So there's, as you can see, there's so many options for fonts, and these are just the ones that are available in Cricut. You can pay for a lot of them too, or you can get fonts that are, what is only, I'm not, let's see if there's anything cute in the system fonts. I don't know what Mac fonts come like, what comes standard with a Mac. This is the first thing that, ooh, we might choose you for some stuff to add some prettiness to this. So if I like those, let's go to Cricut. Let's see what the cursive font does. Again, let's see how it changed it back. That drives me insane. Color, there we go. Now let's shrink you down. Let's take and select both of those pieces and go to Align centers, okay? So now we're gonna move that up. There we go. Okay, so I need to make that a tad bit smaller. And see, part of it, and this is design work 101. Like if you're wanting to do this, that's part of it, is it's like, okay, what works best for you? Okay, so I do want to go in and edit that text, because with this font, we can put those in a little bit closer together. Okay. Okay, let's align both of these again center. There we go. Now I'm just going to take and move that up till everything is on the graduation cap. There we go. Okay, so I like that. So now I'm going to go back to text, and we're going to choose one of those system fonts, that pretty one that we saw. So let's see. I think that was letter D that I wanted. Let's move this so we can see what we're doing. Maybe not letter D. Okay, delete that, go to text. I don't know why it keeps defaulting back to that. C E H. Okay, I like H. Okay. Copy, paste, and paste. So I want to use this to add some extra element into the design. You can use whatever filigree you want. You can also download stuff from Cricut Design Space or from multiple websites. So let's take and turn that to the side. So what I'm going to do is select the hat and that one, and then we're going to shift, grab the cap again, align centers vertically. There we go. So now we're going to take the other one and do the same thing on the other side. So that hat, align centers vertically. There we go. And now this one we're going to just easily flip, but we're going to flip vertically because that one's already lined up. There we go. And we're going to select that and the hat, and then align centers horizontally. There we go. So I like how that looks. So I want to select the text, and I want to go ahead and weld everything together because I don't want extra pieces. And we're going to go ahead and select all of the red, which is going to be cut in our gold, and we're going to click weld. Okay, so now the hat I don't need anymore. I can either save this as is or just delete it. There we go. Now, people will complain that I'm wasting material, but again, for me, it's not a waste. It just makes it a whole lot easier. Okay, So there we go. Hold on. Let's go back. Why does that look? Yeah, that's actually right. Okay, so that is the size of our design. Now we are cutting this out of HTV, so we want to go ahead and mirror. Click continue. Now I have my Cricut Maker connected Bluetooth. So once it connects, we'll send this to cut and I will show you everything else. So we're gonna choose glitter iron-on and there we go. Okie dokie, so as you can see, I have already cut and weeded the vinyl to make it easier. Now, one thing I'm going to do is I have my X-OXO knife right here, and I'm just taking, and I have a cutting mat underneath. I'm cutting out a large section of the center where the button goes, so that way I can fit everything in together properly. This is something I like to do. It kind of saves time and material. Well, it really doesn't save material, but it keeps you from having to sit there and worry about the button. So, there we go. So now here is my graduation cap. We are going to flip it over. And as you can see, this is the front edge of the cap. So I'm taking and see right here, flipping it so I have it angled just like it will, how it's supposed to go on your head. So now we're going to play with our layout a little bit. And one thing I will tell you is if you're doing these for people, I would be extremely careful because a lot of times, or at least for us in our school district, they didn't give graduation caps till like last minute. So I need to turn that just a hair. You know what it is? I need to cut some more out. Let's grab our cutting mat. And an X-OXO knife again. Never hurts to have some extra room. But I would be very cautious in taking these in for jobs, like as something to make custom for people. Okay, so again, got my hat laid down, front, if you flip it over, okay? Just like that. Because, you know, it's not something you can easily or readily replace. Okay. There we go. Okay, so that is laid out just the way that we want it to be. Now I'm grabbing my Teflon sheet and we're going to cover, and the heat press is preheated. There we go, to 330 degrees. So we're gonna press it and see if it's stuck then, because since it is some odd shapes because of the button in the center, we may have to kind of play with the layout of it. There we go. Okay. So a lot of this is stuck. So one of the things, because of how it is, I'm going to go over, I'm gonna see if I can adjust the camera angle to where my heat press, where my cap is underneath the heat press. You really can't see what I'm doing right here. And I'm sorry, but you know, that's kind of how it goes from time to time. I'm pretty much just pressing and holding the cap with my hand to the bottom of the heat press, so that way I can make sure everything is stuck. And this is a project that actually works best when you're dealing with like your easy press and stuff, I have found. We've been moving furniture and all that kind of jazz, and that's just not what I was wanting to do today. So this is what you're getting. So as I said, I'm just taking this and holding it up to the bottom of the heat press and pressing to make sure we get around the edges. Again, this is something that could very easily be done with the Cricut Easy Press. So let's double check. Oh, we gotta get that tea a little bit. Okay. Oh, gotta get our Y just a little bit more. There we go. Look how cute that looks. So, it is finished. If you like this video, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button right down below. And if you hit the notification bell icon next to it, that will notify you when I post new videos, which is every Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays, and Tuesdays at 5 p.m. Central Standard Time. But I guess that's it. We'll see y'all later. Bye.